Alrighty guys, just give me 1 second here. I'm trying to find some pictures. Here we go. Alright, as everyone comes in, let me get the giveaway set up real quick. So y'all say hello. Let me know how you're doing. What's the weather? It's around 100 degrees. Been around 100 degrees like all week here. It's terrible. 1 second. We're going to give away some peas. We're going to say hashtag peas. Alrighty, as you all start coming in here, just say hashtag peas. I'm going to give away some little packets. 1 packet like this is enough to grow, like what you see in the picture there. We'll throw a bunch of those in we'll figure out how many we're going to put in a package, and y'all can give that a try if you haven't tried it yet. This is the exact same ones that I use. Let me see. There you go, just like that. You got it. Hashtag peas. And how are you doing? So there's 1 picture. These guys, you don't need any nutrients. You get real good root growth on this. And some people are asking to eat that. I don't, but you can actually compost all of this. So you're actually growing compost. Great. Awesome. You're growing compost and your microgreens at the same time. And the cool thing about this is those microgreens, the tender part, you can eat the whole thing if you want, but it gets really woody to me. Yeah, everyone who's coming in, just put hashtag peas. I'll type it out so I don't have to keep repeating it. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, just like that, hashtag peas, and we'll give away some of those. But like I was saying, those you can grow them like that. Usually microgreens, when you grow them out, they're real small, right? And if you let them go too long, you get damping off. You know, you run into all kinds of problems. With these peas, you can let them go for like a couple of weeks, and they'll get tall like this, and you can still chop off the top. So it doesn't matter if they're only 2 inches tall and you cut them off and you eat them, or if they grow tall like this and you cut the top 2 inches off, they're still the same exact pea shoot. They're nice and tender, and the rest of that woody stuff, you can always compost it. So if you keep growing them like this, instead of just growing out small and harvesting that and eating it, you're not wasting anything except a little water. This doesn't take any nutrients. So what you're doing is, this is about the only microgreen that you can do this with. There's a couple of other ones, but you're growing microgreens and you're also growing your own compost that you can take out. You know, it's like free organic matter to toss in your compost pile. So it's pretty cool. Show you a couple of pictures here. So that little tray, you'll make 1 portion like this is about what I use for that tray. That you can harvest them up. That's not peas right there. That's peas right there. And I had a couple other pictures somewhere. Let's see. Maybe this is it. That's peas. That's pea shoots. This here is, I think that was our radish. So radish is really good too. We'll be having giveaways on like radish and that later. Not tonight, but in another stream. I'm going to take that one off. And let me go ahead and put the giveaway, share the giveaway tool. Let me share screen. Let's see how many people are in there right now. All right, just like that, hashtag peas. Finger red number 1. Hashtag peas. Joyce, you got to put hashtag just like that. Hashtag peas. And we got 10 entries. We'll go ahead and draw one real quick. because I'm going to do several. There you go, just like that. Hashtag peas. Cool deal. So who's grown peas before and other microgreens? Here, we're going to take the first one. How many of y'all want to put in? 1, 2, 3. How many should we give away? Let me get a box. All right, this will be the first winner. We're not going to be on long tonight, guys. We'll give away a bunch of these and then we'll jump off. I got another stream to jump on by 8 o'clock, so we'll be out long before then. Not as microgreens, but plant peas every year. Awesome. Yeah, I love like sweet peas and snap peas and that. You know, just having those out there whenever you want. Just walk around and eat them like candy. Let's see. Laura said 3. Should we do 3? So this would be good for people who've never tried this before. Basically, I've got a video, but see that little tray there? See if you can see the bottom. But it's got a little screen and the roots go through it. Candy said it doesn't. Okay. We might, but I soak these overnight, and the next day I take them and just dump them in that tray with the screen, let it drain off, and then twice a day I come in and just rinse them off. And if you want them to grow up like that, be real gentle when you rinse them off. Don't jiggle them all around because the roots will start heading down, and then the shoot will start going up. And if you start messing them up, they'll have to keep trying to find their way down. So what I do is once the root starts going down, I just gently rinse it so that I don't move them around. I do that for a couple of days until the roots. Here, I've got some going here in that tray. Forgot, hey, the yellow tray too. But see right there, there's a shoots just starting out. If you look real close, they look like little geese, like a bunch of little geese head standing up. And then the roots are just coming up. Right? When it gets to this point, I don't get this wet anymore on the top. That's how you get like mushy peas if you keep that wet. Once the roots start going down like this, then I fill the bottom container up. You can't see it because I'll tip the water out. Maybe you can see it sloshing around in there. So there's water in there. So when this sits on top of there, now the roots can touch the water. So when you get to that point, you don't want to get any more water on the top. I have a lot of people saying they got mushy peas and it smells. I don't know if you can tell, but can you see that's relatively dry on there? So in a couple of days, when you get the roots shooting out like that, you know, you can rinse them the first couple of days. And once they're like this, because we're not using any grow medium, right? If there was soil on here, all you have to do is kind of keep it moist. But because we're not using any medium, now we want to keep this dry up here. So those little peas will be the energy for the plant. And then this, they're searching for water. You don't need any nutrients, folks. This is like a nitrogen fixer. These guys send down deep roots into the soil and they pull nitrogen out. And when they're small like this, they don't need any nutrients. So you just set it in there like that. Now what I do is come in a couple times a day and change that water out. There's only that much water in there. There's about a cup. That way you keep fresh water in the bottom. So I dump that out, pour fresh water in. And that's all I do. And then I don't get the top wet anymore. Then I put it under here and blast it with the lights. So we got some lights set up. Here's our microgreens that we set up with the gravel in that in our last video. we'll be showing you all that. Hey, let me draw one of these real quick. This is 3, and then I'll draw some more, okay? Where's my screen? And then we'll talk some more. Before presenting, remove the other media. Remove. There we go. All right, 18. And there's 3 in here. All right, if I win, I don't count. Draw again. That's just because I put the example inside of the chat. All right, here we go. Draw again. Oh, and I answered. It answered on YouTube and Facebook, so my name's still in there. Jessica, you're the winner. Oh yeah, I got to put my email on here so you guys can find me. Write your name down. Jessica Burton. All right, everybody write my email down here. And y'all got to stay in. I want to see if Jessica, if you're here, raise your hand. I want the winners to be here because I want to make sure they know. I have some people, come in and put their name in the drawing and then they take off and they never know. And I've got a bunch of prizes just sitting around. I want to actually give these to people. So make sure you stay in the chat if you want to win. And I'll check 1 second. Did Jessica say hello yet? I'm trying to find my email on here. 1 second, guys. I know it's in here somewhere. Keely's usually here. Here we go. All right, Jessica. And everybody else, jot this down real quick before I take it off. Just in case you win, this is where you're going to email me. And it's keep on growing. It's GROWIN1 @gmail.com. No G at the end there. Okay. Congrats. Jessica, there we go. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so if y'all want to win, we're not going to be in here very long. Stick around. I want you to say hello. Otherwise, we're going to give the prize to someone else. Jessica, that's for you. You got 3. Should we do 3 again? Somebody said 12. Got another little brown box. Let me set this one together. Yeah, but these are cool. I love the pea shoots. Keely's eating them. It's supposed to help with this histamine condition she has. But these pea shoots, you can go ahead and let those grow out. Like what I was saying, most microgreens, if you let them go past the first true leaves, they'll start to damp off. Yeah, they'll dry up. They'll get scrawny. But these, you can let these keep going and going. And this one here, right there, no nutrients. Somebody asked that, nutrients. I'm sorry, I forgot to answer your question. There's no nutrients at all with this to get them this big. There's no way you get other microgreens to grow this big. That's why peas are great for beginners. If you guys haven't tried it yet, this is one of the easiest ones to grow. Should we do 3 more? 1, 2. Or should I do 4? Y'all want to do 4? How about 4 in this one? So hashtag peas in the chat. Let me see. If y'all like those trays, I got the trays on Amazon. All right, that's those trays. Mickey, what's up? And Skull, let's see. Skull NB1s. Jessica 1. Deborah, how are you? Who else is there? Judy, Candy, Wayne. Aloha, right? You're Hawaii, right? And Joy was here from the beginning. Snorta, how's everyone doing? 3, I did write hashtag peas, but I do not want to be in the prize pool. Okay, if you come up, we'll just pass you by, okay? We'll draw again. Snorta. Thank you, Mickey. Yes, please. All right. Hashtag peas. Let's draw one more. This one's for 4 of them. Oops, I got to put it up on the screen here. There it is. Draw again. I get your name on here, whoever wins, except for Snorta. Joy, you won. That's what you get for being in here early. McKinney. Y'all say congrats to Joy. And give us a little thumbs up. There you are. Thank you. Very good. Did you get my email, Joy, so you can send me your address? That one's for you. And let's see. Also, who's used whatnot? Everybody saying congrats, Joy. I'm going to be having auctions. All of our adapters, if you guys, the prices and that, if you want it, some people keep wanting bulk prices. They want more of these and they want bulk prices. I'm going to be going on whatnot and auctioning them off. I'm going to put a bunch in a box and start them off really cheap. I'm going to take some of these that we sell like $14.99 or $19.99 and start them at $1 and let people bid on them. We'll be throwing, we might have a pack of these and then throw a bunch of seeds in with it or nutrients or something. Y'all give me some kind of ideas. I got other people sending me gifts and things, and I might throw those in. And I was on whatnot. I bought a bunch of candy. I bid on a big box, and if anybody wants candy, I'll throw some candy in there or something. We'll do all kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool. But hey, let me put see if I can pin that. One second. I'm going to YouTube for a second, and we'll have another drawing. What should we do? 3 or 4? Do some more. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to find myself on YouTube. Make sure I don't have the volume going and we'll be echoing. I'm going to pin the whatnot thing. All right. Yeah, I can't pin it from in here. Awesome. All right, I got it done. You know what? Who was the first one? Jessica? I'm going to throw another one in yours so you got 4 too. Maybe we'll do another one with 4. That way, if you do get the trays, there's 4 trays. There'll be 1 for each one. So we'll do another one with 4. Surprise us. No problem. Very generous. Oh, this is fun. I like doing this. It's my way of giving back. You guys all help me out. All the stuff that I'm able to do on this channel is because of all of y'all. Whether you buy something or not, or if you're just watching, or you share out the stream and just come and interact, and you help me out. So we really appreciate it, because this is we're doing this full time now, and it's all because of y'all. So whenever I get a chance to do something to give back, we like to do a little something. Here we go. I'm gonna put my cards in there. Y'all know how to grow those, right? We kind of discussed it. Have to leave. Good luck to y'all. Thanks, Mike. Alrighty, we'll catch you later. All right, 4 more. We'll draw again. Like I said, we're not gonna be on here all night, so I'm gonna just draw a bunch of them. Oops. This is to grow pea shoots. Now the pea shoots, you can just saute them like that. They're really good. You can toss them in your stir fry, wrap them in your spring rolls. If you have guests, you can make a little fancy plate. You put these on it. They've got little tendrils on it. The chefs and that really love it. Hashtag peas. Yeah, if anybody's new coming in here, hashtag peas in the chat really quick. I'm going to draw again. And we've got 4 little portions of that. I have to remove this picture. We'll get the drawing back up here. Yeah, so we'll be doing stuff like that. We're doing, like I said, the link for whatnot that I just put in the comments. If y'all click that and you follow me, you'll get a $15 credit towards buying something. I don't think you can use it in the auction, but everybody has like buy now where like if I just take this and put it up for $5 or something and put it in the shop, you'll have a $15 credit where you can go and buy stuff if you go and sign up with that link. So I think that's pretty cool. So y'all could, if you do sign up, wait, I'm going to be going live probably this weekend and you can spend it in my shop. I love your experiments. Most work, but I learned so much. Thank you. Thank you. No problem, Laura. I have fun doing it too. Hashtag bees. No, hashtag peas. Here we go. Just like that right there, Teresa. Or Sandra. Do just like Teresa did. Alrighty. And I'll have another drawing. Let me do one real quick. If you don't get in on this one, you get in on the next one. So put hashtag peas just like that. Here we go. 20 more entries. Mine doesn't count. Snorter doesn't count. And you have to be in the chat. I want to see a hands up so I know. Country 808. Oh, you're in Hawaii, aren't you? Yeah, this is lower 48. I can't send it to Hawaii. So country, I've sent you some stuff before, right? You need any more adapters? We're going to draw again. So this is just continental United States. Yes. All right. Tell me what else you need. I can send you some more adapters. You got my email, right? I'll look back through yours. I don't know if you emailed me with country 808 or with your email name, so I might have a hard time finding it. So email me again. Here's my email, guys. Did I lose it? Let's keep on growing. Here we go. Email me again. And whoever wins this, let me draw real quick. Draw one more time. And country, and I'll get you whatever kind of adapters you need. Look on Etsy and see which adapters you like. And maybe we'll do another one. How's that? After this. And I'll let y'all go. Like I said, I got oh, Laura. It was almost Snorta. Laura, congratulations. Are you still in the chat? I'm an elementary science teacher. They're all going to be growing sprouts. What would be the easiest so they are successful? Let's see. You can email me here too, Mickey, and I'll chat with you a little bit. Laura, thank you. Laura's there. All right. Email me, Laura, where I can send this. And Mickey, email me too, and I'll chat with you. Pak choy is really easy. You see some growing back here right now. I'll grab one. I don't want to dump it over with the bottle. I've got a full bottle on there. Dun, 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 dun. These guys just sprouted. We just took the tops off of them like a couple of hours ago. So these are only 3 days old. So that you can grow those 3 days old. If you're in school, you're probably not going to have the beer bottles on top. So we've got other adapters. And you don't have to grow them like that. You can grow them with soil. It's probably easier for kids and for them to learn about growing in that. It's probably easier to do it with soil. Pak choi is really easy. Most of the lettuce is easy to sprout and to grow microgreens. If it's hot, it's hard, to grow it out full, but it's easy to grow small. I like to buy a setup and give gifts to garden clubs. Hey, that'd be cool. You can email me too and chat. We'll figure out something. Let me put one more together. Yeah, I grew pak choi for years because it was just easy, and then I could grow the pak choi out to mature plants too, so I could eat microgreens, and then I would have full-size pak choi too. Have you tried soybeans? No, my wife can't have soy, so what was the email? Right here. Keep on growing. There's no G, it's growin1@gmail.com. Let me see if I can copy that and put it in the chat too. Okay, thank you. But yeah, there's a lot of microgreens that are easy. Stuff like, we'll let you know, like cilantro takes longer to germinate, chard, beets, and probably if they're kids, they're not going to, if it takes longer, kids want like instant results, right? Another cool one you can do, just like we're doing with the peas, like this, in these little trays without any grow medium, is popcorn. And you can just get popcorn up at the store. Most of them work. More you can go on like True Leaf Market, buybulkseeds.com, and get popcorn microgreens. And it's pretty cool because kids will like it. The shoots are small. You don't want them to turn green. They'll turn kind of grassy. They just sprout. And when the shoots are about this long, 2 or 3 inches, they're white, yellow and white. Before they start to turn green, which it's a grass and it just starts to open up, they take that and chew on it. It's like eating candy. So that'd be a cool one for kids. Whereas, if you get something else and it tastes like peas, which is kind of interesting, you eat something that looks like a little plant, but you bite off the top and it has a pea flavor. So you do not have to rinse them daily like I've seen others doing with that. This here, yeah, first you put them in. I'll go over it real quick one more time when I'm setting this last one up. You take the peas and if you got this one portion and you got a tray like that, right? Soak it in a jar, soak it in water, soak it overnight. Next morning, take it and dump it in the tray where all the water drains off. That tray's got a little screen on it. I think you can see the bottom of it here. See the bottom? It's got a screen. And the first couple of days, you want to go in twice a day and just rinse it off really gentle. Don't put a bunch of water on where they all move around, because once the roots start going down, you want them to grow fast and start growing down. So if you take them and you keep jostling them around, they'll have to keep readjusting. So once you start seeing the roots go down, don't shake them up, just gently rinse them. Do that for about 2 or 3 days until they shoot out some roots like this out of the bottom, right? And at that point, the bottom tray, all you have to do is fill some water in there. This has water. So when this sits on there, the roots touch the water. So after it gets roots like that, don't put any more water on the top. So this will dry out, right? And that's how you keep these from getting mushy and smelly. Now this will dry out, shoots out a bunch of roots, and in about a week you're going to have a bunch of roots like that, but you're going to have a whole bunch of microgreens like this. Mill Creek, what's up? I'll go check out Mill Creek. Alrighty, so everybody got that down pat? Yes, popcorn. Yeah, popcorn's awesome for kids. They'll bite it. And don't tell them it's going to be sweet. Let them taste it and surprise them. You'll be surprised if you haven't eaten it before. All right. 4, since we gave everybody else 4, I'm going to give you guys 4 too, just in case you get those trays. I'll put a link in the comments there. So one of these is good. All you have to do is soak that and then dump it into one of those trays. And if you don't eat a whole lot of microgreens, if you're not used to this, you don't have to do all 4 of these at one time. You know, we just do a lot here, and you can dehydrate them in that too. But if you haven't done it before, do 1. Soak it, put it in one tray, even though you got 4 trays, put it in one tray like that. Let this go for a couple of days until it gets to this point, right? Then when it's like here, it's starting to grow, but you haven't got any shoots yet, go ahead and start soaking another batch. And then keep doing that every 3 or 4 days, start soaking another batch. And then you'll always have these sitting in there. How's that? Okay, cool. I have them in growing trays. I can't wait to grow microgreens. Awesome. Love to try popcorn. I haven't yet. Yeah, give it a try. It was pretty cool. Hey, let's draw one more time. There we go. Laura was the last winner. Let me find my giveaway tool. Here we go. New people are coming in. Put hashtag peas in the chat. I'll draw one more time. What was that, 4? I'll give away 5 tonight. How's that? Snorta. She said she didn't want to win, or he, whoever it is. So we're going to draw again. Y'all have a second chance. Cookie. Whoever you are, I don't think that's your real name. But Cookie, are you in the chat? Say hello. We'll wait and see if Cookie's in the chat. Because like we said, we want to. There's Cookie. Hi. All right, email me. You got to tell me your cookie. I don't think that's your email, right? Look. For cookies. All right, I'll put one more together and then I'll get out of here. Like I said, I got another live stream to go to. Hey, and I've got Whatnot. I got it pinned on YouTube up at the comments, and in Facebook, you just have to find it. It's in the comments. I can put it in there again. Y'all go follow me on Whatnot. We're going to be over there having an auction, and it's going to be several days. This isn't like a one-time thing, guys. If you're into growing microgreens and you're tired of spending a lot on seeds and you want more adapters, like a lot of you have already bought like a few of these and you want more, and there's lots of people that are second, third, 4-time buyers and they keep buying more, we're going to be auctioning these off. So you can pop in there. You might be able to grab one. You know, if you get in there and we start auctioning them for like $1, $2, $3, whatever, and nobody else is in there yet, you know, we start an auction. I don't know if you guys have been in there. It's rapid fire thing. They were selling sneakers like 15 seconds. You know, they would put it up for 15 seconds and people would start bidding on it. And these were sneakers that go for over $100, and people were buying them for like 20 or 30 bucks because there's no way in 15 seconds for them to get, you know, goes in increments of a couple bucks at a time. We won't do ours quite that fast. I'm just starting out, so I'm just going to put some of these together. We're going to have a box. We'll have some smaller ones where we'll have a couple of these. Maybe I'll throw some seeds in. I ordered a whole lot more seeds. Besides, these came from Josh at, he used to be Green Harvest Seeds. It's buybulkseeds.com. And I also bought, I bought a bunch of tatsoi, which I'm growing right now. My wife thinks I'm nuts. There's like big 25-pound bags of this stuff coming in. I've got red cabbage. Who's had fenugreek? Methy. That's awesome. I've got all kinds of stuff coming in. Can't think of them all right offhand, but we're going to have all kinds of stuff like that. I've got the rest of those nutrients I want to get rid of. I'll just toss those in there too. What's the adapters for? If I had a picture in that. These are to put bottles into your container, and then the microgreen growing is set it and forget it. Let me see if I can find one more picture. I had some on here. Desktop. Now maybe this picture. We'll see. There's a picture. So that one's this, right? And it's to grow the microgreens like that. You just go back on my channel. There's a bunch of these, right? And what you do is just put your bottle on there. This one's for a mason jar. We've got some you can see over there that fit beer bottles, plastic Coke bottles, Gatorade, all kinds of bottles. So go in there and check our Etsy shop. I'll get the link in a second. I'll put it over here. In fact, if you go in, are you on YouTube or Facebook? Fenugreek Sprouted. Yeah, exactly. You're on Facebook. Let me get my Etsy shop for you. If you go into my profile on Facebook, it's on there. And then it makes it easy. All you have to do is set these up, cover them up. Once they sprouted, take the lid off and just leave it. And basically it grows microgreens, and you don't have to worry about coming in and watering it twice a day or forget watering it. Don't know how many microgreens when I first started out. I just lost like big 10, 20 trays because I forgot to water it, or I was stuck at work and couldn't get home. Cookie, you said, oh, you're in Canada. All right. Yeah, we said lower 48. Sorry about that. Email me anyway, and we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll get you my ebook or get you my course or something, okay? We're going to draw again for Cookie. All right, guys. Lower 48. I can't send seeds out of the United States. All right. Hashtag peas for people in the lower 48. We're going to draw one more time. Yeah, Cookie, like I said, email me anyway, and I'll figure something out, okay? And if you want any of these adapters up in Canada, I gave the files to somebody, and they're printing them, and they sell them on Etsy too. So hit me up and just message me on Facebook, and I'll get that to you. Gabriella, are you in the chat? Let me get down here. Sandra sent you a message. Peace. Gabriella, say hi real quick so we know you're here. And my screen lags like 7 to 10 seconds, so even if you say hi and I don't see it right away. And if you're in the lower 48, I'll put your name on here real quick. And if Gabriella left the building, we're going to go ahead and draw again. Oh, I saw her not too long ago, 7:36. Gabriella, are you still here? So there she is. Hi. You won? Email me. Where's my email again? There we go. Email me right here with an address if you're in the lower 48. And I'll get that to you. And we'll do one more drawing and we'll get out of here, guys. We'll be coming on more. But yeah, whatnot. You guys, my link's over there. Go follow me over there because we're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. We're going to be auctioning this stuff off. We're going to be throwing all kind of goodies in there. I ordered a lot of stuff on Whatnot. I was in the auctions. It's like addicting. So if you sign up with my link, you get a $15 credit. Save it for my stream. But not really. You can go on there. You can use it in other people's shops and all of that. You get a $15 credit off your first purchase. All right. Y'all want to do one more before we get out of here? Hi again. Yep. Like I said, get my email there. Email me your address. And we're going to do one more drawing, guys. Let's see. 30 more people came in. Anybody just came in? Last chance. Hashtag peas. We're going to get you 4 packs. Just like that. It's just the right portion to do this. And it grows roots like that. You don't need nutrients. And you get a bunch of microgreens like that. The excellent sauteed, you can just snack on them. You can dress your plates up. If you go to some fancy restaurant, they'll throw these on your plate and charge you an extra $10 for it. I need those adapters in Canada. Bree, email me. Here's my email. And I'll get you here. You guys give me 1 second. I have one more drawing. So everybody put hashtag peas, lower 48. And hold on 1 second, Bree. I'm going to get that guy's shop for you. And then somebody else asked about Canada up here. We have a lot of friends up in Canada, so I don't mind helping out. I gave them a couple of the files, and they're printing them up. His name is Frostbite 3D. Hold on 1 second. Just about got it. And this just helps him out. I don't get anything out of this. I just want to help somebody else out since I don't sell up in Canada. And if anybody's in Australia or the UK or around the world, and if you want to make a little bit of money, you have a 3D printer, or you know where you can go get these printed. Like some people, you can take this up to the library, and some libraries will only charge you for the amount of filament that you use. So, you know, so many cents. Some people got some printed for a couple of bucks, you know, but it takes hours to print it. So you have to tell them and come back and get it or whatever. But if you want to print some and you want to sell some, you know, anywhere else in the world, you know, I'm in the United States, but I don't send international. So if you're in South America, I got someone in Canada, but Canada's a big place, right? There could be somebody in, like I said, the UK, Australia, Africa, Germany, Sweden, Spain, France. We got viewers all over the world. So if you're around the world and you know how to 3D print, hit me up. I'll get you some of the files. And it's on Thingiverse. And you can print some up and sell it. And then when somebody asked me here, just like you guys just saw right in the chat, 2 people asked about Canada. And then I just gave them the guy who's doing it in Canada. And I keep a list of the stores. So that way we can have people all around the world doing that. Cookie, I emailed you. Awesome. All right, one more drawing, guys. We'll get out of here. Where did I put that? Y'all probably tired of hearing about peas. All right, so it's going to be somebody in the stream. Stick around. Draw again. Kim, say hello in the chat so we know if you're there. Or we'll draw again. Say hello and I'll get this to you. Email me. And guys, on Whatnot, I haven't got an auction set up yet. When I do that, I'll make a post on YouTube, Facebook. Blue Wolf Spirit, how are you doing? And so if you follow me, you'll get a notification. But it's just wild over there. And the auctions, like I said, they were selling sneakers like that every 15 seconds. Name brand stuff. There's people selling home goods. There's people selling groceries. And just putting a bunch of dry goods like this Icebreakers gum that we do. They had like big packs of it. Just put all these packs in there and all kind of other groceries. And then they just open up the bidding. You sit there and bid with other people. And what do you call it? I got a lot of great deals on it so far. I actually got to stay off before I get hooked. Wicketshire, what's up? Mike, is learning 3D printing hard? It just takes practice. I say a lot of things not hard and then other people try, but to me, it wasn't all that hard. It takes a little bit of just watching a bunch of YouTube videos, just like people watch me on how to do this. But, you know, just email me, hook up with me, and I'll teach you like the basics, you know, that you want to know. You know how you come on YouTube and like if you look up hydroponics, everybody's going to be on there with all this stuff about EC and meters and pH up and pH down. You got to do this, you got to do that, or it won't work and everything, right? And we come on and we just go, no, we're going to do it easy. You know, no meters, no pumps, just cheap and easy, crack key method. And when you go to learn 3D printing or anything on YouTube, it's going to be like that because everyone wants to look like the expert and everybody's just trying to throw out more information and one up everyone. So you're going to have all kinds of people with 3D printing videos telling you all kinds of stuff to do. And they're going to be trying to sell the 3D printers because they get a percentage of it, right? Affiliate links. So they're going to be telling you like the biggest ones you can get. They're telling me like these 3D printers over $1,000. But I went right on Facebook and I asked, and some of my viewers, since we've all known each other for years, told me some of the lower end models because I don't, this is as big as I'm printing something, right? I did play around and print something a little bigger, right? So I thought I was going to be doing a lot of stuff like this. And basically a year I printed like thousands of these and hardly any of this. But that's the gnome. I might be on Whatnot. I might be the grumpy garden gnome. I might dress up. I might get a hat. I'll grow out my beard. So I'm going to be the grumpy garden gnome doing auctions on Whatnot. It's going to be fun. But yeah, the lawn gnome. But you need only something like this. So, you know, I've got one small bed. It doesn't go up that high. I don't need a big one, and I don't need one that prints like 4 different colors. You know, people don't want this. When you put it together, this is under stone, right? You don't need to know what color it is. So you don't need like 4 colors. Or doesn't have to be sparkly or anything. So all I did was just get, you know, something simple and basic. And then I was able to buy another machine and scale it. Whereas if I bought like a $1,200 machine, it'd be a while before I got another $1,200 machine, right? I love to own a 3D printer or a couple of freeze dryers. Yeah, freeze dryers the next thing, right? That's cool. Hey, on Whatnot too, they're selling like freeze dried Skittles, which was like the viral thing or whatever. But there's people over there like selling bags of this stuff. Hey, I wasn't watching y'all. Got me distracted. Did Kim say hello? Kim, are you in the chat? One last call for Kim Obeso. Or we're going to draw again before I get off of here. I got to get off of here in just a couple of minutes. So we're going to give Kim, what should we give her, 1 minute? Somebody play the Jeopardy music for like 1 minute. And we'll see if we're here from Kim. What terrifies me about 3D printing is scaling things. Seems complicated. Oh, that's the easy part. Yeah, that's the easy part. This guy right here, when I downloaded, I actually made this guy on a AI program. So these are like my own designs. I designed it. And then when I downloaded it, it was like tiny. And all you do is click on them and they've got a scaling. And just like you scale a picture, you keep it locked, your X, Y, Z, and you just draw it out. And it draws it out, and you can either do it in millimeters and metric, or you can do it in inches. Scaling's like the easiest thing. The only problem is if you go to scale something like this with threads, like him, he doesn't matter, right? If he's tiny and he gets bigger, right? But if you got threads and they fit, when you scale it, those threads spread out farther. So it's just like if you have a fine thread or a coarse thread, right? So they start spreading out. So that's when you have to be careful when you have to get these, you know, just right. But yeah, chat with me. It's pretty cool. The cool thing is that when an idea comes into my head, now I can go ahead and do it, especially with AI. Now I can go and design it and say, you know, I want to know him with a little pointy hat and a beard, right? And make a little picture. And then it takes that 2D picture and you can change it to a 3D STL model. Download that, put it in your slicer program, and then slice it up. And before, if I wanted to make anything, I'd have to like carve this out of wood or wax or something and have somebody prototype it and spend thousands of dollars on somebody building a prototype because they'd have to machine it out of like aluminum or something, right? And if it was a little off and you need to tweak it, it costs more money to keep doing adjustments. And now you can sit there and just do it within hours, print something up and go, oh, I'd like that a little bigger, or take this off, and you just do it again. It's awesome. All right. So we haven't heard from Kim, have we? Is it plastic? You use non-UV resistant. I print with PLA, which is polylactic acid. It's the easiest stuff to use, but it's made out of plants. It's made out of like plant sugars and starches. And that's because we're growing in it. So some people are worried about plastic. So I use bioplastic, but they've got like all kinds of other materials to work with. I haven't got none of them because this is all I do. If I'm going to be, this is all made with bioplastic. So I just use it for everything. There's all kind of cool stuff. I mean, they're printing with like metal now. And I forget what material they got. ABS, they've got PETG, they've got all kinds of stuff. They got some silicons in that, or some that print, they're like silicone or rubber. You print this, and then when you pull it off, you can bend it around. It's pretty cool. All right, Kim's not here, so we're going to draw one more. All right. Let's see, what kind of printers do you have? The first printer I got was Creality CR10 SE. Those were pretty good. I don't recommend getting them because for some reason they stopped making them and the parts were hard to get. I thought you could just go on Amazon and just get anything, and it's hard to find parts for it. And so if I order it and it's either from China or Canada or somewhere and it takes forever to get here, their customer service isn't that good, but the machines were about $300. And then I did print like thousands of these on the machine before I had any problems. So, I can't really complain about it. But right now I've got the Flash Forge Adventurer 5M. And I recommend those. I like them. I've got a couple of machines out of the box. I opened up the box and had it set up in like 15 minutes. Ran the first initial program on it that calibrates your machine. Took another 15-20 minutes, and right after that I was printing. So if you kind of do all your homework beforehand and you learn about slicing programs and know what to do, you'll be up and running in no time. But those are good enough to print something about this big. If you're wanting to print like cosplay stuff or Iron Man mask or all this other crazy stuff that they do in big models, you might want to look into something else. But this is just a little short. I don't need a real tall bed. This guy actually, to get it looking better with all the details, I laid him down flat like that because I needed supports. And you snap them off. So I had snapped them off the back instead of supports being over here. It's hard to explain everything, but so when this guy printed, he was only like that tall. So I don't need anything, huge. So these did good for me. So if you're just printing something small like this, yeah, the Flash Forge, the 5M, Adventurer 5M, pretty cool machine. And it was less than $300. All right, we're going to draw one more time. Kim's not around. Kim left us. And we'll do this a lot more, guys. Hey, if y'all get over to whatnot, it's going to be crazy over there. Skull and Bones, are you still here? I saw you not too long ago. Yeah, you were there. There you go. 7:55. You're still here, right? Say hello. And keep on growing. There's my email. Tell me your Skull and Bones. And I'll get this shipped out to you. Don't tell me Skull and Bones left already. Yeah, he was Adventure 5M crew. Awesome. And we'll see him again. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to jump out of here. I got a live stream to get to Skull and Bones. Yes. Paying it forward. Awesome. I just got seeds from True Leaf. Oh, awesome. Cool deal. Great. We'll be back on. We'll be doing some more seeds. Like I said, I bought a bunch of those. I got a couple more. We'll come back on and do that. So y'all watch for more live streams. And when I get on over, like I said, I haven't scheduled on Whatnot yet, but when I do, if you're following me, that'll pop up. That's where all the stuff is going to be, all these adapters. I'm going to throw seeds and maybe some nutrients or candy or whatever, maybe a sneaker or something. I'm going to be throwing all kinds of stuff in and letting you guys bid on it. If nobody comes in, if there's only 1 or 2 people, you get some stuff cheap. All right. Thanks, Mike, for hosting. Like, subscribe. Hey, thanks, Wickshire. We'll catch you later. All righty, guys. Much love. We'll catch you maybe tomorrow, but definitely over the weekend. Before I go live on Whatnot, I'll jump on here and start letting people know so they can start heading over there, and then we'll go over there and have a fun time. Maybe Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. Re-roll it. Okay, you don't want it? Skull and Bones, you said you're going to pay it forward to someone else before they all leave? I'm lagging like 7 to 10 seconds, so he says somebody else can win it. Let me see if he says yes. Y'all tell me if you see him say yes. I think he said re-roll it, so we're going to roll again, and I'll let y'all go, okay? Like I said, I got to jump out of here. If not, we'll figure something out. One more time. Hello. Mary. Skull and Bone said pay it forward. Mary, get my email there if you're here. And I got to run, so if Mary's not here, we'll just give this away tomorrow, okay? Mary, if you're here, say hello. I'll leave the stream running for a second. I love y'all, and we'll catch you tomorrow.